What's up, Moxie? How's it going, guys? Happy Thursday. We got HomeWOD day number 67, all right? So it's Thursday. We've had 3 intense days of training. We have a couple more intense days of training coming up. So today, we're gonna take this intensity down a notch and hopefully recover a little bit. And this is really important. We cannot sustain consistently elevated levels of intensity, I would say, for much over 3 days at a time. You're gonna start seeing that your ability to deliver really high intensities is just gonna start kind of dropping off, right? We might be able to do it from time to time, maybe hit a 4th day here or there, but consistently doing high intensity is just gonna ultimately burn us out. So to that end, guys, today, so Thursdays moving forward, are going to be a pretty low intensity day where maybe we throw in some accessory work, some midline, some really easy movements, just to hopefully help us kind of move a little bit, but all with the intention of recovery, not necessarily trying to quote unquote like get fitter, okay? Now, one other note I would make here is that even though active recovery is great, I would still recommend, at least consider, maybe taking 1 day off each week. We do program 7 days a week of work, and my recommendation would be that if you know that you want to take a day off, but you like a piece that maybe is coming up later, we have the whole week shown in advance, so you can see everything that's coming up through the remainder of this week. We also have a running piece on Sunday, so if that's something that you want to hit, go ahead and look at that stuff and decide when we want to filter that in through the remainder of this week so that we might have the opportunity, if we want to take a day off and we hit all the pieces that we want to. Okay, let's go ahead and dive in real quick, talk about what we have going on today, right? So number 1, we have a 5-round workout. We're gonna do this at 65%. It's not really for time, it's just for quality. We're gonna do a 400-meter run, 20 sit-ups, and a 1-minute plank 5 times through, okay? We're gonna do this whole thing with nasal breathing, so that's gonna help us kind of moderate our intensity a little bit. The other thing that we want to consider is that we've run fast this week, and we just wanna move today. So focus on keeping that heart rate relatively low, even with the nasal breathing, and just keeping everything under control. This is a great opportunity, though, I will say, to spend some time working on our shoulder rotation and improving our plank. So if we can, whenever we're holding our plank position, try to think about screwing your hands into the ground. So even though your hands are planted, we want to try to rotate them out. And even though they won't move, that's going to set our shoulders in a stronger position, and that's going to translate over to a host of other things. Now, the other thing that we have going on today, we do some front of the body work in our accessory, in our main piece, right? So we've got sit-ups, we have planks. We're going to follow that up with some work on the back of our body. We have a 1-minute Superman hold, right? That's gonna really target hamstrings, glutes, lower back. And then we have 12 lateral step-ups. Now, if you don't have a box available, obviously whatever you've got to work, if you've got a sturdy chair, if you have a bench, it doesn't really matter what we use. We just want to do something where we're stepping up laterally. And the reason the lateral aspect of this is important is that today we want to treat this almost like a pistol light. The way it's going to work, I'm going to start standing on top of my box, my chair, my bench, what have you. I'm going to try to control down as low as I can. Ideally, I'm going to tap my opposite foot to the ground and then stand from there, okay? Now, whenever I tap my foot to the ground, I'm not actually going to stop on the ground. I'm just going to touch and then immediately go back up to standing. This is really going to help me practice loading my glutes and hamstrings whenever I'm descending, right, in a squat or a pistol, what have you, and then being able to fire that same musculature as I stand. One thing that'll really help with this and is going to allow you to get the most out of these lateral step-ups is making sure that we're keeping our whole foot in contact with the surface that we're using, right? So if we're on a chair, we want to make sure, right, everything is touching that base of support. So my big toe should be on the ground, my pinky toe and my heel. I should always kind of feel like the pressure in my foot is evenly distributed over that surface, okay? So I hope this stuff helps you guys. Take today as an opportunity to recover, set up your plan for the rest of the week. I will talk to you guys tomorrow.